That's very simple. You can do it with a vegetables left. So I'm going to show you how to clean some stuff and get it ready to go. My name is Rodrigo, and I hope you like it. We don't even have a name for this YouTube channel. First things first, wash your hands quite well. The peppers, remember this is what I've been cut. I cut all the brown pieces and yellow pieces of the celery as well as the spinach, and I throw in a little basket because I have a compost box out there, and it makes for great dirt when you're planting. The pepper is quite simple. Cut it in half, and then take away the green part and vein it the best way you can. Okay. Take all the pits out, otherwise it'll soup. It'll be bitter. Once you vein it, just wash it. And we're going to do this with the 3 peppers. Just roughly cut it in half. Throw the celery. Cut it in half. Throw the celery. Do the same thing with the green, yellow one, and the red one that I started already. I found this on sale, which is a great deal. I won't mention the shop because I'm not doing free advertising. These are shanks, or ossobuco as they call it, beef shanks. They're good sized. This is a total of about 4.5 pounds, lots of meat. You want the bone in there because the bone is what's going to give the broth a flavor. A little bit of fat won't hurt anybody. If you want to trim it, you're welcome to it. All you have to do with this is just wash it, put it in the pot, and I'll explain to you what the next step is, which is fairly easy. All right, so we wash the meat, just take off whatever left over from handling when they package it. We turn the heat to high, and immediately we're going to put first of all the seasoning. Okay, basically it's 2.5 tablespoons of salt. I use sea salt. There's also 1/2 tablespoon of oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin powder, and 1/2 spoon of garlic powder. I'm crazy about garlic. You don't have to put any if you don't want. You just throw that in there, and then if you like pepper, you can add some pepper to it. I put about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Fresh pepper always gives it a nice flavor. So we have that ready. We're going to take the vegetables, basically the celery, as you can see, celery, carrots, onions, and whatnot. And I'm going to add 4 cups of water. Four cups of measured water. It's better if it's covered, so I'm going to add some more. Size resting on the best thing about this is the broth. So it's another 4, that's 8. We'll just take a look at it for it to start boiling. Then we can add some more water later on if we need to. This is 11 liters, a 12-quart pot. It's better that you have the space in case it boils over or something. And this thing we're going to put on is, remember the parsley. I'm just going to throw it in there. And that's basically it. I think I'm going to put a little bit more water. So I put 8 already. I'll put 2 more cups. Two more cups of water. We cover it. Always do this, just to make sure that it boils, and wait for it to boil. Once it boils, we'll bring it down to simmer, and we'll put on the time, which will be about an hour. If you're doing a pressure cooker, you can do it a lot quicker. It'll probably be 25 to 30 minutes. It's usually 1/3 of the time. Total cook time for this is approximately 2 hours to 2 hours and 15 minutes. This meat is generally very hot, very tough, but as it boils down, it becomes very soft, and you will be realizing how worth it is to take a little time. It doesn't take a lot. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money. The beef, it costs $15. The veggies in total is probably $7 at most. And it's a good hearty soup. The potatoes and the squash, I leave them in water until they're ready. They take 20 minutes to cook. So 20 minutes before we get this done, we put into that. The spinach also takes anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, so we'll probably put that together finally so it doesn't get too mushy. As you can see, it's starting to warm up. If you want, you can give it a little stir. Should be alright. But it should be boiling in about 5 minutes. So it's starting to boil, so we'll cover it. We take it from high to bring the boil to a simmer. Okay, you don't want it to boil too fast, and you don't want it to be cold. So we simmer it, and we'll time it for an hour. We're back. An hour and 15 minutes actually. Boiling at very light boil, as you can see. It's like the simmer. So it's time to put in the potatoes and the squash. Another 20 minutes and we should be done. It's already smelling quite nice. And the spinach. It might look like a lot, but in reality this will shrivel into the soup and you will hardly notice it. So we give it a little stir to get the potatoes under the hot liquid as well as the squash. Since it's boiling slow, it doesn't really evaporate that much. If you want to put an extra cup of water for any reason, it's fine, but you shouldn't need to. So we'll leave it now for 20 minutes. It's starting to count the moment it boils. So well, it's finally done. It took a little bit over, just actually 2 hours. The times in cooking are not exact, as you probably know. It all depends. Temperature, altitude, what you're cooking, and whatnot. So let's prepare and serve it up, and hopefully it'll be good. Well, and this is how we serve it. If you like to make it hotter, you always have the option of adding some rice when you put in the potatoes. You know, you throw in just a little bit of rice, a quarter cup or something like that, and it will be cooked by the time the potatoes are done. Okay. For the final touch, we lightly chop a little bit of cilantro. And a tinge of hot sauce if you like. Enjoy your food, especially some nice warm French bread. Thank you for watching, and I hope you keep coming back.